Hi, it's just an update on Pom Pom. He's actually lying down on the other side of the room at the moment, so I didn't want to disturb him, so I'm just doing this one on my own today. Just to let you know, we took him to the vets at Bayer in Peterborough this afternoon, and I thought possibly he still had his UTI infection. From the vet's point of view, it sounds like it's possibly more something going on with the spine, and that he's in pain, so therefore peeing is a problem, pooing is a problem. He's been responding really well to painkillers. So she's thinking along the lines of arthritis in the back or something to do with the spine. So that's got to be investigated now. So he's being sent to Cambridge University for a CT scan, which is obviously more in depth than just an X-ray that they could do there. So we're waiting. She did the referral today very kindly, even though she had customers waiting. So she's got that through today. So hopefully we'll hear in the next few days. I'm really hoping it's going to be quick to get that done. The slight thing that concerned me, which I know is going to be concerned for a lot of people as well as his possibly having some sort of spine-related illness, is that she found today a growth, a lump, around his jawline, but it's on the same side of the ear that's already got the growth on it. So you remember that I said recently he's got a growth on his ear that's been there for a year, that's been growing very slowly. He will have to, in the very near future, have that section of his ear removed to move the whole lump away, send it off for testing and find out what it was, because it's clearly something a little bit sinister and it shouldn't really be there. He's now developed a lump around the jaw area, which he said could be tooth related, but there is still a chance of something sinister like cancer. There's a lot of different things it could be though, so we're trying to stay positive at the moment that it could be a number of things. The only slightly concerning thing is that when she felt his body and investigated him 5 weeks ago, that wasn't there. So whatever it is has grown very quickly in the 5 weeks since she last saw him until today. So it's all a bit of a rush really to try and get him scanned as soon as possible, a thorough CT scan, find out what's going on with the back, if there's anything there that's causing pain, such as arthritis, find out what's going on with the lump inside. And then the plan is after the CT scan, cross that bridge when we come to it, what's happening in his body. But the plan also is in the very, very near future, we're talking about the next couple of weeks, to put him under anaesthetic and have that section of his ear removed just in case it is something sinister that's spreading elsewhere. So yeah, it's been quite a difficult afternoon. I thought it would just be as simple as we're going, he's got UTI, get antibiotics, get him home and it'll be okay. It doesn't seem to be as simple as that. To be honest, for the past year or so, when Pom Pom's been a little bit under the weather, and we've been told by the vets just to give him some painkiller and see how he gets on, he was responded very, very well to painkillers. So he's feeling a bit under the weather, you give him a shot of painkiller, the next morning it's bink, bink, zoom, zoom, zoom everywhere with all his energy. The other night he wasn't very well, we gave him a shot of the very strong painkiller. We're waiting for the vet's appointment today under their direction, and it was 7 or 8 flops the next morning and zooming for about 10-20 minutes. So he is responding well to painkillers, which is another sign that possibly there is something painful going on there in his spine, which is causing him discomfort when he's peeing, discomfort when he's pooing, and just general all-round pain all the time. So yeah, he's really going through it, bless him. On a day-to-day basis, other than being a bit aggravated, a bit annoyed and a bit angry, he's been nudging me a lot quite forcefully the last few days, trying to tell me he's not very well, hiding away a little bit, but in himself he seems to still be okay. As I said, he's zoomed a little bit today and he is eating. So they're all good signs, but he does still have to stay on the tummy medication for a bit longer as well. His tummy isn't working properly without the extra help of the medication. But the good news is he's not on recovery food. So with the extra help of the tummy meds, getting his tummy going, he is then eating of his own accord, his hay, his forage, his pellets and things like that. So the appetite's still there, which is really good. So that's where we're at the moment. As I've said before, I'm not going to put regular day-to-day updates about his health for the simple reason that maybe things don't change from day to day, and also, as you can appreciate, this is very hard for me as his mum, who is extremely attached to him, possibly a little bit too attached to him. It is actually a very difficult thing for me to process and to talk through. So it's great to be able to share it with you all and, you know, get that support for me and for Pom Pom. I really feel like I've got this network of supporters out there that is going to be helping me through this as well as helping Pom Pom through this. So, you know, I really appreciate that, but I'm not going to be putting daily updates on posts and videos. As and when we hear something new that's relevant or we get the scan results, then I will obviously post and update you. But in the meantime, just rest assured he's having lots of hugs, lots of cuddles, lots of treats and medication, and is doing well in himself on a day-to-day basis.